Hey guys, hope you're having a great day today. It is Thursday. Happy Thursday morning to you. Is your morning going well? My morning is going fantastically. I'm back to the flamingo cup because there's no cups washed. I know. So this was in the cupboard. I'm like, time for the flamingo. Been reading God's word. Got to walk in with Maxine. Dropped the kids off today, and I'm home today. I'm home. I'm ready to take care of my home front. Do you know what I mean? It's been fun. It's been fun playing my kids are all grown up out of the house mode, and I'm just can go shopping all day. But you know, if the kids weren't here, I wouldn't have to go shopping all day. Because there's no need to go shop for them. But it was fun. It was fun getting the few things that I needed to get this week. But I'm ready to stay home. Nothing like home. I think of like young moms. I used to, I remember I had a lot of friends that had kids when back in the day when the kids were little. And I remember them talking about how busy and harried and crazy their days were. And I said, you know, the best thing you can do is just stay home. I said, I know. It's hard, but if you can enjoy being at home, it's so much more peaceful with your kids. Like when you have little kids, especially little kids, they like routine and structure. And so sometimes it's easier, you think, to go out because they're outside and they're like out, like away from the home. You're being occupied this night. You don't have to really do anything, but then you still have to get them out the door. You still have to bring them back home. You still got to work in between naps and food and everything else. And that to me was always a lot more busier versus just staying at home. Staying at home and setting yourself up for a routine, getting your day set, it's just much more peaceful. You know what I mean? And so I always encourage moms. I'm like, just enjoy being at home. Enjoy being at home. Don't feel like you have to run out all the time. There's nothing wrong with getting out once in a while. That's a very healthy thing to do. But if you don't feel like you gotta have it or you're never gonna survive, just find your little reprieves in your day. Like find your little bit of quiet that you can do in your home. I remember, Greg worked a lot. He worked a lot of hours to provide for our family, and it was me and the little kids all the time. And so I had to there was nobody coming to save me. No one was gonna save me. My mom worked, Greg's mom was busy. It's like there was no anybody coming to help me all the time at all. So I had to go, okay, I need to be content here. So I made sure, and I needed my sleep because I was tired. I was getting up all night with kids. So mornings were not my thing back then, but I would make sure that, sometimes in the afternoon, I would take a nap pretty much every day because I was tired. So I would kind of set my alarm and I'd sleep for just about a half hour. If you sleep any longer, it's never any good. So I'd sleep for that half hour, and then I would make myself get up. As much as that was hard to do and I wanted to lay in bed and sleep, I made myself, and now you got a phone, so that's a harder distraction. I would get myself up and I would make sure that I would get out and get a little break doing something that I wanted to do, whatever, reading God's word or whatever it was, to get a little bit of a break. And then I would, at nighttime, when the kids were all taken care of, everybody was set, I started walking just in my front yard. We had a little circle driveway out in the country. And not a big neighborhood, just a circle driveway. About it'd be like walking around my house nowadays. And I just walked in a circle. That was all I did, was walk in a circle. But I had the baby in the swing. Right, we had a big giant picture window, like those old houses in Michigan, big picture window. So everybody was in the room watching the video. I even put the baby gates up so the toddlers and everybody stayed in the room. The older ones were listening in case somebody came out of the room. And then the baby was in the swing in front of the window. I made sure to feed whoever it was. And then I'd walk real quick. And then every couple laps, I'd go back by and check the window, make sure they're still sleeping. And I'd hurry up and do another one. And that was how it was. And then after I got some walking in, just flat on the driveway, we had a little bit of a hilly incline. Our house was, it had like a walkout basement, so it had a little bit of a hill incline. So as I got more in shape, I would go around the outside of my yard, and I'd go down that little incline and back up. And that's what I did for a long, long time, because it was a lot of work to load kids up and go walking, or it wasn't safe because there's so many. And then, you know what? Then after they kind of grew up a little bit, as they do, you get a little break. I'd stay up later at night and I'd give myself a break that way. And then I just learned to, find peace and happiness in the little things. It was finding inexpensive ways to make food, or researching. This was before the internet, mind you. So it was like getting cookbooks from the library. I'd go to the library and get old homemaking cookbooks and old homemaking books and crafts to do, and food to make, and just learned a whole lot. That was exciting for me to learn skills and stuff when I was later at night. It was a good thing to do. Now you got everything right here in your hand, everything in your hand. So you really don't need to scour for, I mean, you can still scour for hours, but just make sure your reprieve isn't just wasting time scrolling. You know what I mean? If you want to learn some things, get some good ideas, that's a great thing to have. But you know, finding those moments, it's always a good thing. So for me this week, it's been fun shopping, enjoyed thrifting, enjoyed using my gift cards, and getting just those little blessings. That had coffee every day. Even today I could have got another coffee, and I was like, I think I'm good with just my good old black coffee at home. But it's home is a good place to be. Learn to be content at home. So we're gonna have a great day today. I've been reading God's Word, being encouraged, and I was reading the book of John, and talking about Jesus. Well, there's a whole lot here. There's a whole lot in here, but in John 14:27 it says, "Peace I leave you with you. My perfect peace I give to you. Not as the world gives, do I give to you. Do not let your heart be troubled, nor let it be afraid. Let my perfect peace calm you in every circumstance," every circumstance, "and give you courage and strength for every challenge." And I think about that. There's a whole lot I was reading over here, a bunch of verses, but that is what God gives you. He gives you that perfect peace. And it says, not the one the world gives, not the one that says the economy's doing great, you're going to do amazing. Not the one that says the interest rates are dropping, yay. Not the one that says gas prices are dropping, which they were, and then they're back up again. No, none of that. None of that. None of that. It's the peace that only comes from the Lord. Don't let your heart be troubled. He has a commandment to not let your heart be troubled. Do you get troubled? I do. I just did last night. I was cricking around the pool, talking about something, and I was like, well, I hope it turns out good. I mean, it's just little things, and I'm like, what am I doing? Why am I even entertaining that thought? I need to be saying, yeah, God's going to take care of us. God's going to figure that out. Not even a concern for me, and really think that way. Don't let your heart be troubled. Don't let it be afraid. Don't be afraid of the future. Don't be worried what's going to happen. My tummy's talking. Don't be worried that the things going on in government, wars, the leaders, and all the stuff going on. Like, don't worry about that. Like, you can't. If you just shut off the news today and just turned it on a week from now, there's going to be some other news story that's great and huge. You'll still do great. I promise you, you're not going to miss out on anything. You're still going to be fine. You really, really are. Watching all that garbage, don't even watch it. Just stay off it. And then it says, let my perfect peace calm you. Every circumstance, and give you courage and strength for every challenge. So every circumstance, no matter what, you're thinking about going shopping, all right, God, you are going to provide, take care of all the things that we need. I trust that. I know that. And encourage, if you got some challenges going on, you know what, Lord, you're going to see me through this. You're going to see me through whatever I've got on my plate, because you are good. You are God, and you love me more than any person, any human being on this earth. You may have a mama and daddy that love you. You may have a husband that loves you. You may have kids that love you, but you know what? The love that they have for you is nothing compared to the love that God has for you. Do you know that? Like, they may, people can possess. People can declare and say they have all these things for you, and they're going to do, but people still let you down. They're humans. They're going to let you down. But you know who never, ever will? God. He never will. He's always going to take care of you through everything. He sure is. So it's good God. He's a great God. So I'm excited for today. I'm excited to get things done. You ready to go? Let's go into the kitchen. And I got lots to do today. Lots of random things to do. I've got nobody here but myself and Maxine, so we're gonna have a great day. So you ready? All right, let's go. Okay, first thing, I have tons of dishes in the sink because I have not done any dishes, and I'm okay with that. Not a ton, just stuff from what I made yesterday. So I'm gonna wash these real quick. I'll be putting everything away, so I'll probably use the dishwasher. So they drain down there, so I don't have a ton of cupboard. Let's just wash. All right, my mama's got to get all the work done herself, so how good. Dishes are done. Put on some worship music. That'll keep you rolling. Let me wipe the counters down. I feel like there's boxes everywhere. I got to take everything out. Plants. So thank you for all your information about plants. So this is good. The Christmas cactus, I feel like, is doing great. Like, look at, like, that's some new growth right there. Right there. So I'm happy with this. So this, I think, is good. So I think the key is water it and then put the bulb in it, because the bulb is empty. So this one is a winner. The peace lily over here, maybe that'll do good right here. I feel like it's getting droopy again. So I think I need to, I'm sure the bulbs are empty. So again, we'll see how that does. That one in the window, I don't know about that one. Someone said, whatever the name of it is, it looks like it, I gotta look and see if I should do sunshine or not. It was looking very like it was too wet. So this, I'll just put these little bulbs in here, put those in there, and because that seems to be doing well. So I think it just needs some more water. Okay, and then this one of my viewers, I call it my born again plant. She said the name of it. I can't remember what she said. I apologize. I've got a screenshot of it. She said it looks like it's in too deep of a pot. The pot that I bought it from, it was tall like this, and then I smushed it down into the shorter pot that I had, that little round one, and took a lot of dirt off. And then I was thinking, well, maybe I'm squishing the roots. So then I got this plant pot, which is I think the other, it's like I said, it's very similar to my peace lily. So we'll see. I don't know. It's still brown. It's still not thriving. I don't see any new growth on there. But if I stick my finger in here right now, it is totally dry. Totally dry. So water it, right, really well, and then stick these in. So I've got some water here. So, and then it can go out, there's drainage holes, so whatever wants to come out. And then I'll stick this into it, and then that'll be the wet soil. So it'll all come out if it wants to. So we're gonna be hopeful for this plant. I'm gonna put my dishes away real quick, and because I have a lot of food, I gotta get prepared. So and I gotta clean up my space here. It's like I've got the trash in the middle, because I gotta take the trash out, because that's my job now. So I just need to make clear space. Clear the space so you've got room to move. So I'm gonna put this away, put some worship music on while I'm doing it. Okay, I take my recycling boxes out, and I'm taking the trash out right now, so I'll be back in a minute. Okay, my goodness, taking trash out, I'm like, oh, boxes, cut the boxes. Can I just shove them in the can? I'm like, but they fit, so that's a good thing. So, okay, so my kitchen is clean. I feel like I gotta make my coffee, that's what I'm doing right now. The kitchen is clean. I could wipe off the stainless steel a little bit better, but I'm like, you know what, I'll wait, it's Thursday. I'm not too worried about, let's see, I could put my Banyan coffee in here. I did not have this ready this morning, and I was like, ooh, coffee is important. There we go. This is the Banyan coffee. I'm excited to try it. I mean, it smells like coffee, so. Yes, the kitchen is clean. I have to do pickup everywhere else too. Will we get to, should we do that, or should I just start? You know what, let me start with food, because I do have a few things that can sit. All right, we need coffee for tomorrow and the next day. I'm putting this right here. So I think I like my little, I haven't really done much over here. I put the towel over there because I didn't want anybody to use it. I feel like I should keep that separate because, I should put on the flamingo now. The flamingo should have cookies, but I probably will never put cookies in it. So we'll see. This is like, this might work over here. So I'm going to see if this is good over here. I usually keep it over here, but I might try to keep it over this way. So we'll just kind of see how life goes. And here I got my list of things to do, but I like my flamingo. I'm glad I got it. Very happy with that. So I just don't want this to get used as a hand towel, but I feel like it's inevitable that someone's just going to use it, right? It's just going to happen. So I'm just put it in the drawer, put it way in the back. I've got to fly, like washcloths. I got to fold and get some washcloths today. I got to do some laundry, people. I'm behind. My kiddos are not here, so all the extra chores are me. So okay, so kitchen's clean, right? Kitchen's clean. I have to do out there and do the floors and that. So let me think. Let's get going with what we're going to do. Kombucha. I'm going to do kombucha. Okay, the kombucha, because I got my glass jar. Let me look that up real quick. I haven't made kombucha in a long, long time. So here is it's grew, which is a good thing. It wanted to make sure it was making more scobies. It made more scobies. Remember the placenta? No, I'm just kidding. So I'll take one of those off and use it, which will be great. So this is it here. Here's my new container, which you can't see. That little glass jar right there. So I'm going to take 4 cups of water right now. I'm going to bring it to a boil. And then I'm going to take it off, and we're going to put 2 of these tea bags in there. And it's going to steep for about 10 minutes. And then I'm going to take a cup of sugar, let it dissolve. We're going to let it cool completely. Pour it in there. Add 2 cups of the starter and top it off with the rest of the water, and then let it sit. I'm excited to see. It'll be, it's been a long time. It's been a long time. So that's one thing I'm gonna make in the kitchen today is that, what else are we gonna make today? I got hamburger to cook. I did. Remember that big package of hamburger? It's not a ton, but I do have some in the freezer too. Let me go get all of it because that'll save in cooking. Let me get all of it and cook all of it because I've got some onions. I'll chop it up. We'll cook that so it's done. So like next week we can just grab food and go. You know what I mean? Let me go get that in the freezer. All right, doing good. So what I'm gonna do is I have a little bit of onions here cut up that we've been kind of using for random, I don't even know what we used for. What do we use for the pizza I made last night? Because I still have beef stroganoff. We're doing things differently. It depends on what's leftovers and when the kids are eating. Sometimes they come home, sometimes they're hungry, sometimes they're not. And then last night, I ended up cooking a cheese pizza. I had a Walmart one in the freezer, and kids were like, we're hungry. So I'm like, okay, let me get cheese pizza. So they had youth last night. They were tired kids. They're having so much fun. It makes a mama's heart melt. It's just happiness because they're enjoying. They're having fun time with their friends. They're just enjoying all their time out, which is great, and being a blessing to other kids, which is beautiful, and just seeing them grow, and just, it's awesome. It's just, it makes me smile. So very proud of them. They're doing great. So so I made a cheese pizza last night. I just heated that up, and then some of them ate it, and there's a couple pieces left in the refrigerator. So we've been having that. I made a deep dish for Greg yesterday, and I made a little barbecue chicken pizza last night because I was hungry, and I was like, let me just have that. And we had corn. Oh, the corn is so good. It is so good. It's crispy. It reminds me of Michigan corn. Anybody have Michigan corn? There used to be a guy called the Corn Man. He was he was up in Fort Gratiot, Michigan. There was a little going on the main road up there. I can't remember what the road was called. Whatever the main road, there's only one main road, and he had a little tiny, he'd come with this big giant box truck, and he'd open it up, and he would just sell corn, and it was cheap back then, because I mean, feeding a large family, I would go to the Corn Man. It was cheaper than going to Walmart. So I would just go get corn. It was so good. It was so delicious. And so the Corn Man, yeah, he was awesome. So this reminds me of the corn. I haven't had corn because we've lived in the South and there's not a lot of corn. But this corn is from Georgia, which I thought was interesting. But I guess obviously there's cornfields everywhere. So very good. So good. So I told the kids, they didn't have any yesterday, but I'm like, we got corn. The corn skewers should be here today. So those should be here too. So just yummy. So we had that last night with watermelon. I had the other watermelon. I cut it up and ate the last one that I had in the refrigerator. So there was onions on the floor. So Greg and I, he came home. He got home early, and we just swam. And then it was raining. It rained in the afternoon rain like it's doing. And so so we sat outside and had dinner. It was very nice. I was like, this is so nice out here. So it was just a good evening. So anyways, the pizza was good. So that's what I was using the onions for, is I made pizza. I was going to make a barbecue chicken one for Maddie, and then more kids wanted food. So I'm like, why don't I just cook the cheese pizza? Because you guys like that. So, okay, we got onions here. I guess I don't worry about cutting these all the way up. This is just going to go in my hamburger, and then that way it'll be a little bit more seasoned. You know what I mean? So if you don't, that's okay too. If you got it dehydrated, get dehydrated. Use whatever you have. There's no shame. I've used both. They've all tasted delicious. The best is when you add a lot of it. You season your meat very well. So with onion, you got peppers. I do have peppers, but I don't want to put them in the hamburger because I'm using for meals. But like that, you can put veggies like ground up carrots, spinach, anything for extra nutrients. You know what I mean? Especially when you got kids that don't like veggies, because I've gone through that. So I just took, I would make like I think they call it a mirepoix. I see it for sale at the store at Sam's Club now. Some cultures make it. Basically, it's just ground up veggies and you just put it in your food. So just way to get more nutrients in there. You know what I mean? So all good things. Okay. This, I'm just going to chop. Do I just do one? Maybe I'll just do one. We'll see. Okay. This is done boiling. I'm going to shut this off, put my tea bags in. Let that go in there for 15 minutes. Okay. Let's, one. I'm thinking one. I could do two. We'll just do one. We'll save this for something else. That'll be good. Let's put this back. So we have hamburger. I got from Aldi here. I guess, have I used Aldi hamburger before? Probably at some point in my life. So this will be good here. And then I've got, don't waste any. It's like $5 a gallon. It's like gas. And then I have this little bit of raw meat from, I went to, where did we get our meat last time? What's that place called? What's that place called? You know the people. Gordon Food Service. That was really good. I hope that they have deals again, because that was really good. Hamburger lasted a while. I'm sure God will provide just like he does everything else, right? But it was a good time. So I'm going to go like this. Put this right on top. Then we're going to go like this. Dump the onions right on top. I'm going to add seasonings in there. Once I get on the stove, this will be perfect. And then for dinner tonight, chicken. We're doing chicken drumsticks. So let me put this over here. Let's go over this way. Chicken drumsticks. They like this. The boys really like it. Greg really likes it. It's simple and easy. I'm gonna throw this away here. So this was just marinated, not marinated. I took drumsticks and put Old Bay seasoning on it. They love it. They love it. I usually do the smoker. I don't want to go outside today. Check that. Because it's toasty and hot. So I'm going to put it in my slow cooker. I have to assume this will do a great job too. Ooh. I assume this will do a great job. I haven't. But it's got to work great. I just don't want to go outside. I could put it in the smoker. I just don't want to go and do it. I want to be inside here with you getting things done. So, okay, so I'm putting on high, let it cook. This is going to boil. It'll kind of put the lid down. Put this away, wash up. Okay, kombucha, super simple. You just take a cup of sugar. I did 2 family-sized tea bags in mine. And I'm going to put a cup of sugar in here. We're going to stir this in. I'm leaving the tea bags in there for about 15 minutes. And just stir it. It'll dissolve. That's it. This is your concentrate. And just stir this real good till that sugar's gone. And then I gotta let this cool to room temperature. So I'm waiting for the, I have a timer set. I used to leave the tea bags in forever, but let's go with the new knowledge of internet and see if that makes better. Sometimes I would make it and I would just not see the tea bags and add all my stuff, and then there'd be like a tea bag string growing on my placenta. Not my placenta, it's not a placenta, SCOBY. So just because I made so much at the time. So I'm thinking this will work. So, and you can buy SCOBYs on Amazon now. You know, you used to never be able, you used to get it from a friend, but now you can buy them on Amazon. Okay, perfect. So that I just gotta let cool. I'm gonna put that like right up here. Battery died. I'll let that sit and cool up there, and then I'll add that when it's done. Okay, yay. So I'm thinking my next, I've got a ton of stuff. I got stuff to make. I have yogurt to make. I have a lot of stuff I wanna make today. Let me look at my list. I think I'm gonna start on the next thing that is kind of boring for you guys, but it's great for me, is my juice. I am loving juicing at this point in my life. It's one of those things like, do you get it? You have to, oh, hold on. Ooh, let me tell you one thing real quick. I got these for my sink. I have replaced our sink stopper. I have one here and I have one in the butler's pantry. I've had to rebuy them 2 times now, 3 times since I've lived here. The twisty metal things, why did I not buy one of these? My mom used to have one of these. Get them on Amazon. They're probably not as suctiony, maybe they're a little, I bought like the cheapest bestseller one. They work, they clog the sink, that's what I needed to do. And so I think the ones in the store have a little bit more nicer. You can tell it's a little bit cheaper plastic, but it works, does the job. I'm not one to worry about, like, the kids will do dishes, like, well, Autumn mostly, and she's like, why don't you just leave the strainer basket and then you can, like, you know, the water goes through and you can take and throw the strainer out. I never do that. Because we don't have a garbage disposal. I just let the food go on the bed, like the part, you know, the drain, and then I scoop that part out with my hands. That's me, not everybody. So I love that. I just bought some. I'm like, why have I not bought these? They're only $8 for 2 on Amazon. The store, you gotta buy, you know, the sink stopper. I've bought, like I said, I think I bought it 2 or 3 times, and I'm like, I keep switching. The one back there is good, so I broke, this one broke, so I got that one. Then that one doesn't have one. I'm like, okay, let me just put that in. So anyways, the juicer, this has been a good thing for me in my life at 50. Do I attribute it to weight loss? No, but I attribute it to me eating lots of good healthy veggies. The only thing that's helped me with weight loss is the fasting. That's it. I can't say it's certain foods or certain anything. It's just this has replaced a Red Bull. This has replaced a coffee in the afternoon, not the last few days, which I have not had my drinks. I still have more because I've had coffee. But that's what this has replaced. It gives me a nicer treat because you feel like you deserve something in the afternoon. I don't know. That's like, I go out by the pool and I'm like, I want to grab a coffee, or I'm like, but I don't really want that caffeine. I don't really need that sugar. This is what I like grabbing. So that has been my treat for me. And I like drinking it. You feel good drinking it. It tastes good. I would suggest buying, see if you really like it before you invest in one of these, because you got to pay for one of these obviously first. The price is, it's a little bit cheaper to do it yourself. People would say it's not worth the work of it, but you do get fresh juice because the one at the store, it has to be processed, so it's heat processed, so you lose your nutrients, whatever. And it is a little bit sweeter, so I can tell that theirs is a little bit more juice filled. To stretch your juice, you add apple juice. I'm sure they don't add apple juice, but it tastes a lot sweeter. I can tell when this is watered down more. I can tell when this has veggies and when it has apple juice. I've had different drinks. I've tried different kinds. And you can tell when it's full of apple juice, it's like very sweet. I'm like, oh, I don't want that as my #1 ingredient. So I add 5 apples total to mine, and the rest are all veggies and lemon. So, and that gives me, does it give me 10 bottles of juice? I feel like I get 10 to 12 bottles of juice. Yeah, one every day. I keep mine in the freezer, and every couple days I take some out and put them in the refrigerator because they don't last after 3. If you want to do this every couple days, go ahead. Me, this stuff will go bad before then, and it would just not be worth it. So freezing it is good for me. So I do like it. I know it's not a whole lot for you guys right now, but I'm going to turn this on and do this, and then while that's working, work on my hamburger. I've got my peppermint tea is the liquid that I add to this. I like the, oh sorry, I was telling you a story. If you, before you buy it, go buy the, I like the, is it called the Mighty Dozen, Mighty Green? The Soja, S-U-J-A, the one from Sam's Club. It's $10 or $8 for the green one. That's how I started liking it. I don't like banana ones. I don't like the naked drinks. I don't like, the only other one I like is from a real juicery because it tastes like real veggies and real fruit. The one from Aldi isn't bad. Theirs isn't bad, but you can just, even the one from Sam's Club, you can tell it's a little sweeter because it's got more apple juice in it. So I like it. That's less sugar, sweeter. But if you go and buy it like a naked brand or whatever, they just taste, it's just sugar. It's mostly sugar. So I like more the veggie part. I'm just weird like that. I like more, I'm drinking collard greens. This to me is yummy. It's weird. I know it's weird. So I like, so that's, I found I'd buy those bottles. I buy one for every week. So I spent $40 for the month. And it would last me like Monday through Friday, not the whole weekend because it's not 7 drinks, it's more like 4 to 5. But it replaced it from coffee and it replaced Red Bull, so I wasn't buying that. So that to me was a step down from that. And then I got this from a company and I was like, okay, this is good. So now I see I do like doing this, so this is part of my routine at 50. And I just enjoy doing it. I enjoy drinking the juice. I enjoy drinking the greens. It's just good that way. So, okay, all that talking. Let's just, so you basically just put it in and it will do its thing. It takes a long time. You can put all the collard greens, this whole bag right here, this whole bag of kale and the spinach, and it barely makes a drink. So, because it's not very watery, but it's all good. So let me just stick it on, turn on, listen to some worship. Okay, we're doing stuff. I haven't talked to you in a little bit because I'm just doing this. Cleaned up my bottles. I got a couple of things poured in here. We're doing some more. I got the collard greens. And next I'm going to do popsicles for the kids. The kids, I have made, we've had 10 kids, so I have made so many kinds of popsicles. I don't use those little molds because that is like, what, 6 to 8 popsicles? I had a lot of kids, and so they want popsicles. So I would get bathroom cups like this. I got like green veggies on it. And just like this, put them on a cookie sheet and make popsicles. We have done so many kinds over the years. We have our favorites that we have done is lemonade in a popsicle. They love that, lemonade with a strawberry. So instead of a strawberry, I'm gonna put this in the bottom. This stuff is so good. It's literally strawberries and sugar, a little bit of pectin, so a little bit thicker, but that's fine. So I'm gonna squeeze a little bit in there with the lemonade, and then you put them in the freezer. It's great. And then what else have we made? I've made bomb pops this way with Kool-Aid. Doing the different layers of Kool-Aid, that's fun. I have done root beer float popsicles, which is great. You just put like a scoop of ice cream in there and then you get some root beer poured on top. I've done the orange float ones. I have done banana split popsicles. I have done, we did ones with Sprite and a gummy worm in it. That was yummy. We have done so many, I'm trying to get pudding pops. Anybody else remember pudding pops? So we started doing pudding pops because you can't buy, I don't think they have them anymore. When I was a kid they had them. And then it turned into dirt cups, and the kids liked that a whole lot. So I asked them what they wanted. They said they wanted dirt cups. I was gonna make dirt cups too, but they don't want those frozen. They just want that cold, and they want the lemonade popsicles. I'm like, I can do that. So with the strawberry lemonade. So this is easy. So we just get, I like this lemonade because there's no dye in it, which works good for us, and make sure there's nothing in there. No, it's beta carotene. So maybe a carrot, something, who knows. So I'm going to put a squirt of this in each one. I'm watching my stuff. Hold on a second. Just squeeze this in. So it's like, this stuff, it's so good. You just want to drink this. I just made a peanut butter and jelly last night because it was that good. I'm going to put a couple drops in the bottom. it'll be like at the top of it. So you get a little squeeze of strawberry, because I'm tasting strawberry, because that's good. You know what I mean? I don't think you have to freeze this. I'm sure it's not going to float or mix. So see, I get to use this up. And I did buy frozen strawberries. I was going to put one of those in there, but I'm like, the strawberry jam will be way down here. You know what I mean? Because then you get a little bit more sweeter. So I will have to open up another packet, which is quite all right. That's really good. Let me see if, hold on, you're getting dark on me. It's so hard. Hold on. Let me see if it's gonna mix. I don't think it will. No, that'll be perfect. All right, so I gotta add some more veggies real quick, and then I'm gonna add more strawberry stuff in here and pour it with lemonade. This will be perfect because you'll get the sweetness of this. So even using a whole packet, these were what? Were they $1.50 each? 2 for $3, I'm pretty sure 2 for $4. I feel like they're $1.99 regular, so it's still cheaper than buying strawberries. You know what I mean? So not bad. Let me keep this going. So we're doing good. This just takes time. Let me pour the lemonade in here, and then I'm gonna take this out to my freezer, and I'll let it freeze. You can't see me. Freeze for a little bit of time for about an hour, and then I'll see, and then you put the popsicle sticks in because they're just gonna tip over now. So just wait till it gets partial. Okay, the only bad thing about using not dyed stuff, it doesn't look as yellow. If you want to use Kool-Aid, it's nice and bright yellow, but instead I use lemonade with the natural strawberry, and strawberry is it's not as bright, you know what I mean? So these are good. I'm gonna go put these out in my freezer in the garage. Add some more veggies. All right, are you ready for kombucha? So let me add this in here. This is my tea. And then, let me see, I'm gonna have to add 2 cups to start. I think I'm gonna have to add more water. Hold on one second. Can I let this go? Yeah. I'll go get some more water. Too much sunshine. Okay, so here is there it is. It's in here. Okay, so I can take out, we're gonna need 2 cups of liquid, which is, half of this is 2 cups, right? I know it is. Do I have more than 2 cups? Yeah, that's all I'm gonna have is 2 cups. All right, I was gonna take out, here's my SCOBY. It's kind of gross, but look at that, grew a whole nother one on top. Okay, so I think I can take off. Yeah, that one grew another one on top. We can make them be thicker. You know what I'm gonna do? Look at, there it is. I think I'll let this one grow, or well, you can peel it off, whatever you want to do. Let's do this. Let's peel this part off. I know. Sorry, Mrs. Scobie. It's so gross. It's so gross. This is gonna sit in here, and then I'm gonna add my starter to it. And the rest, I gotta get some water. Hold on. It's not, I mean, I don't like this stuff, but my kids really do like it. So basically this is gonna ferment now. So you just fill the rest of the jar up. All right, give it some space. So I'm gonna cover with this, but I've gotta get a rubber band. I don't think the ponytail will reach the whole thing, will it? It will not. I'm gonna have to go find something tighter, some string or something. Okay, hold on. I know my cloth doesn't look as pretty. Yeah, I was just thinking I'm gonna do some yogurt, so I'm probably gonna need this. Decision. Should I wet in the yogurt? Look how orangey you look. We'll see here. I got a string. I don't have any rubber bands this big. The kids might somewhere, but I'll have to wait to ask them. So, you know, when scissors don't cut. So I will just tie this around a little bit. I probably should have made it bigger. Use a longer string. I'll keep the string with it. Do your best. Do your best. Do a long string. Don't be cheap. You got 500 rolls, yards of it here. All right, let's do this. It's just to keep out those little fruit flies. I saw one sitting on top of it. I was like, oh, you're not going to get in there. I might have to cut some of this because I'm thinking I was going to do some yogurt. But I might not. Maybe I won't separate it. So do your best to tie this. We're gonna make this happen, people. probably some, I never was a Boy Scout or Girl Scout. So let's see, as long as the fruit flies, is that gonna make it? Yeah, it's around the room. Okay, put this in the closet over here for 7 days. Okay, I gotta get working on this to get this done. It's time to add like the rest of the stuff that goes fast. Okay, I'm ready for this to get done. So let's start adding. Here's all the green stuff. I like to pour it into a little strainer just to get a couple of the chunks. I don't mind chunks in mine, I really don't, but sometimes, like I said, when you freeze it, it's all foamy. Color kind of gets real chunks in there that you're drinking. I don't always like that. Use a spoon, use your finger, whatever you want to use. It's just me drinking it, so. Okay, so let's get, I need to get like these in here. Cucumber, the apples, things that are gonna be a little more watery, make the process go faster. You can open it and fill it. I'll just go like this because it's more fun. So this will be good. Okay, so then this will get done, and then I've got all my butter. I'm gonna show you all my butter and the deal on the butter. I'm gonna put that in the freezer. It tastes like butter. You know, like homemade is always yummy and delicious. Okay, just fell in there. Put some apples in there.
They say, you don't need to peel your ginger and turmeric.
No peeling.
Here are some benefits of using ginger and turmeric peels. The peels contain polyphenols, antioxidants, and anti-inflammatory properties.
Yay! Okay, so I'm not gonna peel. I thought someone said I don't have to peel. Yes, it's on the fit. don't shove that. You don't break it. We'll just do one at a time. So this is great. I'll have my juice. I gotta drink one today. I haven't had one the last couple days because kids are gone. I've had the coffee. Even had pizza last night. I was like, ooh, don't do that. I need to eat good food. But pizza, it was just a treat. So, okay, awesome. And then I think I might do, should I do yogurt? I might do yogurt. It's like literally 10:30. What am I gonna do all day? What is a mama gonna do? I might do some yogurt today. It won't take that long to do. I don't have to do a huge amount, you know what I mean, just a little bit. So maybe I'll get that heated up. Might as well. I like to do the things that take time, like the yogurt and, you know, like the juicing right now, because my kids will be home tomorrow and this just takes up like random time, so it's kind of nice to have this stuff be out of the way. So maybe we'll do that. Let's do this thing. I'm gonna wash the pot here and then I'll put my milk in it. Okay, I started my milk and I'm like, wait a minute, don't tell me it's boiling. This tastes really good. This is just me drinking it. That's good. I added way more ginger this time. That's really good. Okay, I'm not a big ginger person, but the ginger gives it a little bite, and I like more lemon. I think on my recipe I have 2 lemons, but I think I had 3. Actually, I got one more in the refrigerator. 3 that I thought I think I needed for baking though. So I did 3. I like that little sourness of it, so I do like that. And then I added the peppermint tea after you drink it. Instead of getting the green stuff, like you're like, oh, I just drank collard greens. You know what I mean? Because it's just veggies, that's how you taste. The tea gives it like a little minty aftertaste. Not a ton, because I'm not a big like tea person. Like I don't really like, I would never just drink a peppermint tea. So that's really, really good. So this is great. I just gotta remember to pour in less. Sometimes I overfill and then I see green on the bottom of my freezer, but this is great. This is very good. I feel like I'm getting good stuff. And at the same time, I'm making some. This was, I think this one's from Aldi. Buy your containers on Amazon. They work great. I just have to refill them. Cleaning them, I was doing the rice. That worked for most of them, but some that were in the freezer, the green ones will stick. So I had to get a brush that I have that I kind of had to scrub up and down the side. So it's not super easy. Like a glass jar would be better, but you know, you gotta buy a bunch of glass ones. And since I'm making a bunch, the plastic works for now. So, how good, okay. I just gotta make sure my milk doesn't, we're gonna do the yogurt. I did a gallon of lactose-free milk. It works with the almond yogurt starter. And it worked great. I made smoothies. I had some, Steven likes it as yogurt, But the kids would do it as smoothies. Like I would put it with fruit and put it in the blender, and they drank that. So I'm like, okay, that works. They get a little bit better health benefits from the yogurt, so that works. All right, we're doing so good. And I'm like looking, I'm like, I was gonna do waffles. Basically, so tomorrow is easier because tomorrow I think is gonna be my baking muffin day. I didn't do it today. So I think tomorrow I have to do it during the week. So I'm thinking tomorrow is gonna be that day. So I might just get waffles made. I've got those Belgian waffles for the kiddos. So since it's so early, but we'll see. I wanna clean up a little bit too. I wanna get this stuff, this is all the big stuff. I gotta go to my refrigerator and kind of go through and organize a little bit from shopping. So we see what we got. Look at all that delicious stuff. I love it. Okay, so that gave me a lot. That was 4, 5, 6, wait, let's count this. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12. For sure 12 and then some. 12 bottles, which is only 12 ounces. And then I'm gonna pour the rest in mason jars because I'll just drink that stuff fresh and pour it in a cup. These will go in the freezer. Nice. Okay, perfect. So this will go in here. Probably get 2 of these. Yep. Nice. Let me get another one, which I have right here. Perfect. Look at that. This is so good. Look at that. Wow, that's a lot of juice. Did I make way more? I don't even know. Definitely don't skip out on the lemon or the ginger. Delicious. Okay, let me clean up my mess here. It takes a little bit to get the green off. I liked the beet juice was really good too, but I was so afraid drinking it. I'm like, what if I spill that on myself? You had to be a little more careful. It's like drinking red Kool-Aid. So, okay, one of these lids is different. Let me make this here. And I'll put these in the freezer. Call it when we're making the milk's got to heat up to 185 degrees. I got to check that. Really slow, so we're good. Okay. I gotta check my messages. Okay, so my milk's almost ready. I took my meat and put it in bags. I've left it where I've left the liquid in there. I've done it where I've got all the liquid out. I like the liquid in there. I feel like it makes it not as dry. Same thing with chicken. If you're gonna cook chicken beforehand, leave some of the liquid in there. Otherwise it gets too dry when you go to reheat it. So those are gonna go in the freezer. I had to take some stuff out of my freezer to make room, which is turkey bacon. I'm gonna put it in there. And I got tons of butter. Not only do I have these, I have a ton of this that I haven't been using at all, and a ton of regular butter. So I just kind of restocked my thing in the refrigerator. I'm gonna leave some of this fresh stuff out. I'm gonna put these in the freezer. I know butter will last forever. We'll use it for a while. So this is awesome. Okay, this was a deal. I would not recommend going out and buying heavy whipping cream because it's not worth it for the price of butter. But I found that butter it was $16, and it was, how many gallons was it? 2.5 gallons? So it's 5 gallons, is that correct? I have to look back in the video. Whatever it was, I ended up with, hold on, I just counted these. How many did I end up with? Hold on a second. I'm gonna do a quick, so I've got 34 1-cup containers of butter, and that equals 17 pounds of butter. So if I were to buy it, it said it's $11 for a 4-pound pack, about $3 per pound. Okay, so basically 17 pounds is, okay, so I save personally about $32. So that's good for me. To do it yourself, it's not even worth it doing it at all because the cream is more than the butter, I think, right now. So yay on that. So this was great. So I filmed it, but it was one of those days that I already was shopping, and then I just filmed extra, and I was like, I didn't want to talk. It was messy, it was loud, and I'm like, okay, I'm never gonna do this again, so I really didn't need a informative video. But what I did is I did one in the food processor. So I'll probably show you the clips here. Food processor, she put in there, it's less. Okay, so my food processor ones are a lot lighter. Look at, see the white compared to the yellow, or is that a good comparison? You see this is a lot lighter than this one. Same batch, just food processor mixer. Okay, so the food processor was quick. I did that. I didn't do it in the blender because all I could think of was getting stuck in the blender. So you turn it on, you let it grind, do its thing. You hear it changes when it goes from the liquid to the cream. So then you hear that probably about, I'm gonna say 7-8 minutes, I'm gonna guess, right? It's about 10 minutes total for the food processor. So then you hear it, and then you can open it if you want and check it's heavy whipping cream. Put it back in, then you keep grinding it, and then it separates the buttermilk from the butter, and you can see it, and then it separates, and then you've got it. So then you can just stop it. Then, okay, so many different videos what to do. What would I do better? You got to drain out that liquid. Save the buttermilk if you want. I did not. I know I should have. I did not though. It was one of those things I did not want to. I don't really cook with buttermilk. Probably could have, but like Jensen doesn't do the lactose, so it'd be just 2 kids. Not worth it for me. Maybe, I don't know. No. Anyways, so I threw it out. So draining that out, and then my problem is that my water is not cold. Florida water is warm. Even from my refrigerator, it takes a while to cool it. So the first batch was like awesome because I was like, it made it nice and firm, and I was able to keep kneading it and doing it great. And then as I did a whole lot amount, like I did the big mixer bowl. Mixer bowl takes about a half hour. So that was fine. I just put the little whisk thing in there. Some people covered it. I didn't have to cover it. It didn't splatter, and then when it turned to whipping cream, it was fine. And then it almost turns, I don't know, within a minute to the separation of the butter and the buttermilk. So that's when it splashes. So you got to be near it. So then I just shut it off right away. So then I took it out, cleaned out the blade, drained it out. So what I would do different is I would do my mixer completely use the mixer, and then you can use other things if you don't have it, but that worked for me. So the mixer was good, and then I would just strain it out of that same bowl, okay? My metal bowl. In my refrigerator, I had bowls of water going. I got smarter after doing this for all day. So I would pour my cold water into the mixing bowl, and I would kind of knead it in that bowl. Just use your hands. They said use paddle, use your hands. It's much easier for your hands. You're just gonna be greasy, it's gonna be buttery, just embrace it. And so I would knead it, then it gets kind of milky, then I would just hold it in that same bowl and I would drain it out. I had it in a colander. It was a mess. It was a mess. I was like, why am I even doing this? And then I would have my next batch of cold water in there, and I'd pour some more in there. I had to do that about 3 times of rinsing it, and then I felt that it was clear enough, and then I had a little cookie sheet out. I kind of smushed, it was easier for me to separate into balls that I could do in my hand, and I kind of squeezed it, got out as much buttermilk as I could, and I flattened it on my cookie sheet. I did like 4 of those, and then I sprinkled butter on it, or not butter, salt on it, and just kind of kneaded it up. And then I put it in these containers. So I did good until some, I filled too full, so they're a little more open as they got hard, like this. So this will go into the refrigerator. We'll eat this up right away. But it's good. It tastes like butter. It tastes like butter, but homemade. So I was thinking when I went to the Deltweilers yesterday, they had that butter for $5 for a container this big. So that was a great deal. Do not go buy it. It's too expensive, but if you come across a deal like that, worth it. So I'm gonna go put all these out to my freezer and put some in my refrigerator. I don't necessarily know how long to keep in the refrigerator for. I don't know about fresh stuff. I really don't know that. So my focus is to make a lot of homemade breads. We have all that corn on the cob, so lots of butter over the next week. So I'll leave some in the refrigerator. The rest I'm gonna go stick in my freezer. So let me check my yogurt over here. Okay, we got about 10 more degrees. So I'm gonna go stick this out in the freezer. Okay, just got back from a walk. So I'm gonna throw butter in. So I got all of this heavy whipping cream for $8. Like, great deal right here. So I can make sure it's separated. I did some last night already. So looked at a bunch of different ways to do it. The blender was a good way, the food processor was a better way, and then the mixer is a great way. Mixer you can put a whole lot more in. So I'm gonna, I feel the thickness of it. So I'm gonna do both just because I have both things. So I'll pour this in here, put this on, just turn it on. It takes longer, but there's a lot more amount, and then I'll put some in the food processor as well. That was already turned into thick, heavy cream. So I'm just gonna turn this on, and this will blend, and you'll kind of hear it get down to the point where it kind of makes it into whipping cream, and then you'll kind of see it dump down to where it turns into butter. So not bad, just put on blend. Okay, so this one, you can see like it's already whipped cream. See that? So this is good for whipped cream. So now I'm gonna keep doing it, and it's gonna start separating buttermilk to the butter. So it'll get grainy, so just put it back on blend. Okay, this you'll be able to hear it. The motor's changed, and it's separating the buttermilk from the cream. See how it's getting grainy in there? It's separating. So keep on whipping it. Okay, so food processor, dumped it out, looks like this. So what you're gonna do now is kind of squeeze out and rinse it with the buttermilk. So I'll dump it in here, let it kind of drain out, kind of squeeze it out, put it back in the bowl, and use some cold water from the refrigerator about 3 times to rinse it till it's not cloudy, and then we'll kind of knead it. Okay, this in the mixer goes from to heavy whipping cream, and then it starts separating into the buttermilk and the butter. So it just takes a long time, good half hour. It's almost there. And there you have it, real fast, it turns to butter. So, real quick, yeah, there's the chunk, look at that. So, there it is. There's your butter. So it just takes me a minute to get it out of the blades here. But it's like you get a bigger amount, but it just takes over, I've done 3 of the food processor and only 1 of the mixer bowl here. So, and it's a little bit more to get out of here. Some people cover it with a tea towel. I just don't need to until the end right there when it starts splattering. Look at that, look at all that butter. Push all that through. Okay, I'm doing multiple times of the butter. So I'm finding the food processor's fine, but like it's good just to put it in the mixer, let it go for a half hour, and then not even worry about it. So it's getting thicker, obviously, sitting here. So I just put another batch in here. We'll turn it on. Let it whip up. Oops. All right, one more thing I do. Another thing is my Parmesan cheese. I just need to put it in bags to freeze. I bought this last time there. It was $10. I know it was cheaper because I know a container of Parmesan is a lot. I still have some, so I'll freeze this and put it outside in my outside freezer. And then my Parmesan cheese. I like Parmesan cheese. The kids like Parmesan cheese. I just forget I have it, so I try to put it inside and go, wait, put that on your pizza or whatever. Because I prefer the Parmesan cheese. So that's a good thing. So awesome. Yay, feeling great. I just made my bed without you. And then got Greg's laundry thrown in. I folded some towels today. And picked up my room. So that was good. I got that part done. And then I have like this area I want to clean up out here. But we'll get to that eventually. This will be a great thing. So feeling really good. Like feeling accomplished getting things. I wanted to make waffles, so I have to do it tomorrow. But if I get that far, I don't know. I might do them tomorrow. We'll just kind of see how. The kids will be asleep. They're going to sleep in tomorrow, so I won't need them right away. But I do have to make muffins tomorrow, so I'd rather focus on that. So I probably won't even make waffles, and the kids will be like, "We're hungry." I'm like, "Oh, kids, that's right. Responsibilities." You know how that is. So maybe I'll do that. Okay, let's get this cheese put in here. And then we'll do orzo pasta tonight because I have a lot of orzo with the chicken. And I'll use Parmesan cheese and spinach in it. They like that. It's a winner for our family. And I'm hoping to get out for a walk here. It says it's going to rain in my area at noon. It won't rain forever, but it might just do like an afternoon shower. So it'd be nice to be able to get out and do a little walk here. Just a little bit of a break. Perfect. Yeah, that's a lot of good cheese. Perfect. Okay. I will label this because I'll think it's mozzarella cheese or something, then go, wait a minute, that's Parmesan. Perfect. Okay. Let's get our milk here. Okay, so I'm going to put mine. I've got a bowl in the sink because I'm only doing a gallon here. Move this over. Just let this sit in the. I just need to cool it. I want to get that off the top there. You want to cool it to, I think I usually do 120 degrees. I just Googled it, 113. Yeah, that's just all the skimmy stuff. Like the starter, which would be the yogurt. So, just pull, I should use a spoon, but I'm going to use this. This works good too. Okay. All right, let me go with let's label the cheese here. Do I have a marker? I do. Let's do, what is our Parmesan? We're at 626. Something I was gonna do is bake those croissants I got from the discount store. Now when I was in the store, there was a guy and he's like, how are you gonna bake those? I said, put them on parchment paper and bake them at 400 degrees. He goes, mine turned out really gummy. So I did a quick Google, and so it says, since it's a restaurant supply thing, I have to let those rise. So you can either do it in your oven for about 6 hours. That's not gonna give me enough time, or overnight. So I'll skip that tonight. Like maybe I'll do it next week. But that is what I'll do. So I just put them in a little bag, put them in the freezer inside, and I've got some outside as well. All right, so yogurt right here. All I do is add my starter. I use this right here. This is almond milk. This one worked really good. I'm gonna add all of this and just whisk it in. I used to mix it separately and I realized you don't even need to. I did this last time. I used this starter specifically, and my door, my Sam's Club order, and the lactose milk, and it worked great. So I'm just gonna whisk this, put it in jars, and then I'm gonna set mine in the oven, and then for about 8 hours. So in the small oven, it'll stay warm in there. It works. It did really good last time. I tried a bunch of different times, like I did this with different milks, and the lactose milk worked really good with the almond starter. All right. Pour it in your jars, put some lid on. You're doing great. All right. Can I do this so it doesn't pour? Let's be smart. Let's put them in the sink. Usually I pour them on the counter and make such a mess. Let's do this right down here. This I can just put in the oven with the light on, and it's plenty warm. Hey Google.
Second timer, the yogurt for 8 hours.
And
third timer, check the yogurt for today at 9 p.m. It's for 9 hours, 15 minutes, and 14 seconds. And we're starting now.
Because I have to leave tonight, and I'm afraid if I don't get home at 8, someone's gonna shut that timer off and I'm gonna forget about the yogurt and it's gonna go bad. But I know I'll be home by 9 o'clock. So, clean my mess. All right, got my timers rolling. What are we gonna do next? We're doing corn, because you know we're eating corn until the cows come home, and I have no cows. So we'll be having corn for quite some time. But it's so good. It is really good corn, so I am so thankful for it. So I'm gonna make, I think I've got 2 ears in the refrigerator from yesterday. They'll get eaten up tonight because the kids did not eat last night dinner like full meal, where tonight I'll have more of them eating. So I'm gonna make, what am I doing? 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 9? Yeah, so I'll do 7. I've got the chicken, and then I'm gonna make some orzo pasta. The only bad thing is I wanna make it early, and it's gonna sit. So that's okay. You know what? It's okay. I don't mind. Orzo is usually best, or is couscous? No, orzo is usually best made fresh, but that's okay. It's okay. This is life today, right? You gotta do what you gotta do. So, corn is so good. I'm just gonna peel this. There's so many good ways to make it. I'm just gonna do it in a pot on the stove. My corn skewer should be here. Hopefully today. I told Steven, I said, I got you some corn skewers. He's like, Mom, I'm 13. Or how old is he? Isn't that terrible? He is 14. So I'm like, I know. Okay. Or actually, he's going to be 14. He has 13. Sorry, I remember the ages. I said, no, it'll be fun. Everybody eats corn skewers. So I'll have this. I probably have to get my butter out. That's what I should do. Yeah. I know it's easier to use a stick because then you can rub it on there, but we'll get my little bowl out. And then the chicken, and that'll be great with the orzo. I was going to do some bread, but we've got watermelon. That's okay. So look at all that corn. I'm going to cook all this now. All right, this is how I'm doing the chicken. I have, I've only got a couple that are going to eat regular chicken breast because the rest is the chicken leg. So this was frozen. It's nice and seasoned, I know, but it'll just be some kids will heat this up and put on a plate with barbecue sauce, hot sauce, whatever they want. So this is just gonna go out, and then we'll use it for pizzas and everything else this week. This weekend, I should say. Okay, let me wipe this out. We'll keep going. Okay, so for orzo, this is my old orzo still. So I take I'm gonna double mine. 1 cup for 1 tablespoon. I'm gonna do 2 cups here. And basically brown your orzo. So still have a lot of this. I just have to go, all right, let's have orzo every night, kids, or for a while at least. So basically you want to brown it within the butter. It'll turn brown. Remember rice-a-roni, anybody? Anybody remember that? You brown it? The vermicelli would get brown. I think it's just pasta. Okay, so this is good. And then you're going to add in, for 1 cup, it's 14 ounces of water. So I'm going to do 28 ounces. And then you let it, of chicken broth, not water. And then I'm going to add in garlic pepper. And when it's almost done, I'm going to add in, it's pretty much simmer, it'll absorb all the water. I'll add a handful of spinach to it, and then I'll add Parmesan cheese, and that's it. So again, it'll be done early, but you know what? That's life right today. That's okay. Whatever life rolls with, right? You just gotta do it. So let me turn this up, and then we got the corn going. We'll have the chicken. Calling it a great day. I think I'm gonna stop there for food. It will be this. I'll have dinner done, and then that way, I was gonna do waffles, but you know what? Just life's a little busier today. I want to get done in the kitchen. I've been here for a while. I'd like to get the floors vacuumed. I gotta go pick up over in the living room so I can be done. You know what I mean? So if I can finish up here, this will be great. It's not like the kids are gonna go for lack of food. There's plenty of food to eat and just something else. Or I might get up and make waffles. It just depends on how the day rolls. This is exactly like rice-a-roni because it's browning and everything. Do you remember that? I think it wasn't, it's just basically spaghetti noodles. So was this the same stuff in there? I don't know. Remember it had little almond pieces in it? Such a good thing. So getting it browned. I'm gonna add in garlic pepper. This will be my seasoning because I'm only gonna, because you add pepper to it. And I'm gonna add chicken bouillon right to this because I'll be adding the liquid in just a minute. I want to get it flavorful. So just bid me some more time. Okay, that looks perfect actually. Okay, my water. That tastes just like rice-a-roni. It so tastes like rice-a-roni. Chicken is doing its thing, just cook it away there. This will kind of boil down, and then we'll add our spinach to it, Parmesan cheese. And you don't have to add anything to it, and the corn. And that's gonna be really good right there. What I'll do for a few more minutes, I'll just shut it off and leave the lid on. This is perfect. It's just like rice-a-roni. Let me get my spinach. Now, I never added spinach as a kid, or my mom never added spinach as a kid. But I like adding it in there. It just gives a little bit of color, and the kids will eat it, so that's a positive. So basically that and a cup of Parmesan cheese. And I'm gonna let that still kind of, I'll put the lid on it and it'll absorb more liquid. It's gonna sit here and get a little bit harder because it is only lunchtime and they're not gonna be home till later, but that's good. Look at that. That's a perfect right there. Orzo pasta. Look at it, that looks great. Delicious. Yummy, yummy, yummy. Okay, so this is great. The last would be the yogurt down there. Let's go see. I did the Popsicles. They are starting to get frozen. I couldn't, I'm like, where did I put my popsicle sticks in my cups? I found them. I put them in my baking cupboard. So, but I used up the old ones that I had, and actually had enough popsicle sticks except one. And, oh, props to Maxine, there was a big juicy lizard in the garage. He ran in one day when kids were riding bikes, and I was like, oh, I was shooing him out, trying to get him to go out. Do you think he listened? No. I was like, my dog is going to eat you. And so that lizard lived in here for, I don't know, a couple weeks now. And so we came out with the kids, and it was literally sitting right on the side there, just standing there, just sitting there, not even moving, not doing anything. And kids were like, Maxine, lizard, lizard. And so, yeah, she killed the big, juicy lizard. So that's what happens when you stay in the house with the dog. Air conditioner's working great out here. It's nice and cool. So let's see the popsicles here. Don't mind the big mess. We pull out our generator so we can get that ready for a hurricane. I think they were almost, I took you all the way outside and the battery died. I'm like, ugh. So I just had to straighten the popsicle sticks a little bit. Leave that frozen until tomorrow. I've got, you can put them in regular quart or Ziploc bags, the gallon ones, but it's better to get the 2-gallon bags. They hold the popsicles a whole lot better, especially when you're doing a large amount. So invest in those. You can rinse them out and use them forever. They're great. We absolutely, the kids love them. They love them. They like, that's what they want is lemony popsicles. So yay on that. Okay, after contemplating what I have to do for the day, I feel like you got a long video. So being at home, so I'm finished with you guys. So what is Amy gonna do today? I am gonna go turn the vacuum on right now and vacuum my floor because there's corn husk and mess on the floor. I gotta tear boxes down. I gotta take trash out again, take it to the road, and all of those good things. And then do some phone calling, figure out if I gotta make muffins tomorrow. Dinner will be done here, which is great. I don't have to worry about it, and the yogurt will be done. Great day. And I gotta run, pick up kids. I gotta run, pick up Maddie after. So it's busy, busy. I want to get a walk in because the sun is shining before it rains. Go in the pool, get some sun. A great Thursday. So thank you for coming along, joining me on my days. It's gonna be good. Come back tomorrow. We'll do more live. All right, I'll see ya. Bye.